Welcome back to Black Bear Forge. Today I want to take a look at making a hook. We made lots of hooks here on Black Bear Forge, but I'm trying to add a little bit more style, something that sets these hooks apart from just the ordinary. And while some of what I want to look at today we've done before, the overall approach is going to be different, and there's a little accent piece that really makes this hook something special. We've done hooks with the big dimple in it before, and that's a great place to put a screw or a bolt. Except I'll make the screw using this great big head here, and that really adds a lot of style to that hook and makes it something unique and more interesting than just a regular rolled screw or lag bolt inside that dimple. So I think this is going to be something a little bit better. I also think this would look good in much bigger size, but we're going to stick to this smaller size so it's something obtainable by hand at the anvil. And this is 3/8 by 3/4 by 7 1/4 inches long. So what does that make that? 10 millimeter by 20 millimeter roughly by 185 millimeters long. That's just the material that I'm starting with. Adapt this to whatever materials you have on hand. First thing I want to do is put the little upset on the end, and then we'll move on to the rest of the hook. I want this upset forward of the hook so that the back of the hook can sit flat on the wall. I'm starting the dimple with a center punch mark, and I want to make sure this is exactly centered, or the dimple will end up pushing off center, and it kind of looks funny if it's not centered and well aligned with the hook. This big diagonal peen hammer makes it easy to draw out material pretty rapidly and efficiently. It also allows me to get a curve that I like at this transition point. This hammer's set up so that one side will draw material out and one side spreads it. But you can do this all with hand hammers, fullers, or whatever it is you happen to have in your shop. Power hammer would make short work of it. Now we need to make the little gumdrop that's going to be the head for our mounting screw. And it's also the thing that gives this that little bit of extra style. For that I'm going to use a piece of 3/4 inch round bar and just lightly round up the end just to make it look right. I'm installing a hanger bolt in these. These are a 1024 thread. They make these in various sizes. I think 1/4-20 is the most common here in the US. If you're somewhere else in a metric, you just have to find what you can. Unfortunately, I don't have a bottoming tap, so I'm not going to be able to get as many threads in this as I would like. Ideally, you tap this, then come back through with a bottoming tap so you get as many threads as you can without going all the way through the other end. Put a little bit of my usual paste wax finish on here. There we have a nice little hook. Like I say, you could just put a regular screw or bolt through the hole and this would be fine. It would still look good. Working this with the long dimension out, or working it the hard way across the larger dimension, really makes this more dramatic than if you did it the other way around. But adding this little gumdrop, I think is what I'm going to call it, I think just really brings this out and makes it a much nicer finished piece in the long run. So I really like that addition, but you will need to be able to tap this if you want to do that. Although I suppose you could drill all the way through and plug weld and then clean that up so hopefully the plug weld doesn't show. That might be easier in the long run, especially if you don't have a bottoming tap. I would like to thank you for taking your time to watch today's video. I really appreciate that. That's what makes Black Bear Forge a success. But I would also like to give special thanks to my channel members and my Patreon members. Their support really helps make it possible for me to create these videos here on YouTube. So thank you very much. Channel members usually get early access to the videos, and Patreon patrons not only get early access, they also get the videos ad-free. So thanks channel members, Patreon patrons, and again, thank you everybody who watches the videos. Hope you have time in your day to get out to your shop, make something, but stay safe, wear your safety glasses. We'll see you for the next video.